Hi, I'm Professor Tricia Dandrian, and this video will cover the information detailed in the body paragraphs and paragraph development handout. Specifically, we will be focusing on development. Unity and coherence are covered in a separate video, and I strongly recommend viewing that video prior to watching this one. Also, if you have not done so already, please read the body paragraphs and paragraph development handout. One key phrase to remember for development is to talk more about less, and you may find me writing this on your papers from time to time. It is an indicator that you need to further develop your ideas. A body paragraph must fulfill the promise of the topic sentence. If your topic sentence states, slave spirituals often had hidden double meanings, then your body paragraph must develop that idea to the point where your readers are left with a complete understanding. Not only do you have to fully develop the topic sentence, but you also have to fully develop the subtopics or each idea you express in order to develop your topic sentence. Here is a paragraph using the topic sentence mentioned for the last slide, which exemplifies the necessity of developing your subtopics. Slave spirituals often had hidden double meanings. On one level, spirituals referenced heaven, Jesus, and the soul, but on another level, the song spoke about slave resistance. For example, according to Frederick Douglass, the song O Canaan, Sweet Canaan spoke of slaves longing for heaven, but it also expressed their desire to escape to the north. Slaves even used songs like Steal Away to Jesus at Midnight to announce to other slaves the time and place of secret, forbidden meetings. What whites heard as merely spiritual songs, slaves discerned as detailed messages. The hidden meanings in spirituals allowed slaves to sing what they could not say. Clearly, the topic sentence is the first sentence, and the author has used O Canaan, Sweet Canaan, and Steal Away to Jesus as examples to illustrate the point. But where has the author failed to develop his or her ideas? Pause the video and answer this question before moving on. In this version of the paragraph, the author has fully developed the first subtopic by providing the lyrics to O Canaan, Sweet Canaan, and the author has explained how those lyrics prove the overall topic sentence of the paragraph. Here's another way to visualize development. At the top, we have the topic sentence and its explanation. Right below, we have two supports of the topic sentence. Below that, we have the evidence used to develop the support. And finally, we have the culminating sentences of the paragraph, which are there to make the connection between the paragraph and the main claim of the paper. As you can see, we are missing a bit of development in this paragraph, as the Steal Away to Jesus support still does not have any evidence to back it up. If it helps, you might consider charting out your own paragraphs in this way to make sure you are fully developing all of your ideas. While providing examples to illustrate your points is the main method of development, it is not the only way. Development occurs through the three E's: explanation, exemplification, and elaboration. In a body paragraph, you must explain your topic sentence and your subtopics, clarifying your specific meaning. You must also provide examples to illustrate the points you are making. And finally, you must elaborate on the significance of what you are saying to show how it is related to your thesis statement or research question. The normalcy of development through EEE in both paragraphs and papers can be illustrated through this series of questions, which are often asked in peer reviews. Each of these questions, as you can see, is representative of one of the three E's. For example, when you ask, "Have I given enough examples to prove my claims?" you're talking about exemplification. Or if you ask, "Does the reader understand my thesis?" you're talking about explanation. And finally, if you're asking, "Why is this point important?" or "Can the reader see the importance of agreeing with my thesis?" you're talking about elaboration. The three E's are not only a great way to ensure you are fully developing your ideas, they are also a method of organization. For example, your first body paragraph could explain your thesis, the second could exemplify it, and the third might elaborate upon its significance. Or, for each paragraph, the first few sentences could explain the topic sentence, the next few could give examples, and the final few sentences might show the relationship to the thesis. While this can be particularly useful if you are stuck when writing a paper, it is not the only way nor always the best way to organize a paper or a paragraph. You must always analyze the situation to determine the best method of organization for the paper or for each paragraph. Here's an example of the EEE development and organizational strategy at work. The first sentence is the topic sentence. The second sentence explains the topic sentence, clarifying the meaning. The next few sentences provide examples to illustrate and prove the topic sentence. And finally, the last two sentences elaborate on the significance of the topic sentence. At this point, pause the video and complete the activity before moving on. Here's the paragraph again, but this time I have separated the sentences out according to the role the sentence plays in the paragraph. The purple sentence is the topic sentence, the orange sentence explains the topic sentence, the white sentences provide the example, the gray sentences elaborate on the significance of the example, and the brown sentences elaborate on the topic sentence itself and its connection to the thesis. How does your analysis of the paragraph compare to this one? Also, what can you deduce as the thesis of this paper based on this paragraph? To answer that last question, the paragraph comes from a paper arguing for the personalization of education in public high schools. This should be clear by the last sentence of the paragraph, which elaborates on the significance of the paragraph's topic to the paper as a whole. Hopefully, you have a better understanding of how to develop your paragraphs through EEE after viewing this video. Remember that the principles of development also apply to the paper as a whole, not just individual paragraphs. And remember to always talk more about less. Don't forget to re-watch these videos throughout the semester.